Course 1, Lesson 86 is about circles, this time finding their areas. Is this review or no? Let's do a little review though. What is the radius of a circle? What is the radius of a circle? From the center, it is the center to the outside. That's the radius. Diameter, twice the radius, all the way across. Circumference, distance around, the measure of what the perimeter is, right? The outside round line. Pi equals 3 14/100 ish, rounded. And formula for circumference, you take diameter times pi. All right, we're going to learn another formula today. Area for a circle is going to be pi times the radius. We usually show with a lowercase r, I don't know why, squared, which is different than radius times 2, which is another way to think of circumference, because radius times 2 is the same as diameter. Radius squared is different, right? Let's take a closer look. First, you can estimate a circle that's already overlaid on units, and we can kind of prove a point here. How many units is the radius? Radius is from the center to the outside. 1, 2, 3. No matter which direction I go, it's worth 3 to the outside, okay? Then estimate the area of the circle. We could do that by counting up boxes, I guess. And you would estimate, count all the boxes that are either completely inside or mostly inside, and then try to put together all the half boxes, the units, and put all that together, you get about 28 square units. Don't forget it's square because it's area. But to find exact area, you need to use pi, which again, pi demonstrates how many times the radius, or the diameter, I'm sorry, fits around the outside. It's about 3 times and then a little extra 14/100. And we'll use that amount to find the area. To understand the formula I told you about area of a circle, what if we tried using the radius in 2 90-degree directions and then built a square off of it, like this? Well, if the radius is 10, the area of this square would be 10 times 10, or 100, right? 100 millimeters squared. Notice that 4 of these squares would cover more than the area of the circle. However, the area of 3 of these squares is less than the area of the circle. If I did this again, and did it again, the area of all those squares put together would be less than the circle. But 4 would, of course, be more. The area of the circle is exactly equal to not 3, but not 4, 3.14 times the area of one of these squares. Okay? So we use 3.14, which is technically an approximation. It's not exactly pi, but close enough for us. And we multiply that by the area of the square, which in this case was 100. You just need to move that decimal place, the number of zeros, because we're multiplying, and you get 314 for square millimeters area of our circle. Let's try this one more time. The radius is 3, so the square would have an area of 9, right? What's the area of the circle? 9, right? The area of the square times 3.14, which comes to rarely an even number. 28.26, round to the nearest square centimeter. This is going to be pretty common because we do that with pi square. I'm sorry. Right now we're even rounding all the way to just the square centimeter, just 28. Since 2 is less than 5, we keep the 8 where it is, right? We're rounding to the nearest centimeter, so we're looking at the 2. 28 centimeters square is the answer by multiplying the radius by itself and multiplying that amount by pi. So the formula again is area is pi times the radius times itself, or radius squared. If the radius is 4 units, you could estimate it by counting the circles, but I'm more interested in you solving with the formula. So let's do letter B, C, and then let's get a little bit more difficult with E. Remember, area would be, keep in mind, this is a diameter. So what's the radius? Pi times radius squared, right? Multiply that out. That'll give you your area. Please do those 3 lesson practice.